It's not my birthday, but thank you, Elder.
Cow, 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 cow.
Always do that.
Cow, 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 cow.
Alrighty. Hey, everybody. It's Rev. And it is Saturday. It is Swarm Sunday. It is the last day of each week and the first day and one of the only days that our good friends here in Star Trek Fleet Command have to actually use their Franklin A's. Raise your hand in the chat if you still use your Franklin A every day. Because if you're level 38 plus and you still use your Franklin A every day, what are you doing? Hey, Brandon, how you doing, man? Appreciate that. That's really kind of you to drop that in. Appreciate it. If y'all want to support the channel like Brandon, you can do the donate links or hit up the merge channel. Appreciate you. But who in the heck is using Franklin's these days? What is this? 2022? I don't know. Today we're going to go over the, in general, we're going to go over the scores from players, what they said about March, what that means moving forward, how we're going to apply that feedback, and maybe even what April, which we're now technically in, could mean. What April could mean. Now I've also got to decide, what do I want? Do I want Odo's bucket? Do I want Odo in a bucket? Which one do I want? Thankfully, we can actually get a preview of what the bucket looks like as we get everybody come in. Franklin's retired. My Franklin A comes out only today. My Franklin A only comes out on Sunday. So I can just go spam it all on a Sunday. Your Lions place first. We tried to not place first, but yeah, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the bucket. So what we're going to go do is we're going to get the hailing frequency. People camping or guarding Freebooter sounds like war, man. That sounds exciting. But yeah, it's just crazy. Ooh, he's an epic Odo in a bucket. Who wants to see Odo in a bucket? You have to choose because your alliance placed in the wrong place to get the hailing frequency. I mean, we try, but as the number one alliance that, I mean, there's a lot of grinding that goes on. So, oh, wrong one. Damn it. Okay, where's Odo in a bucket? Where's Odo? There's Odo in a bucket. There we go. There's Odo in a bucket. There's our friend Odo in his bucket. There we go. We like the Odo. Look, I like the Odo in a bucket. Nothing wrong with the Odo in a bucket. How's everybody doing this Sunday? We worked real hard to stay in 10th and 14th and finish 11th. Congrats, Matt. That's awesome. We did not work that hard. I guess we could have. We could have. You know, is what it is. I'm not like heartbroken over it or anything, but yeah, we definitely could have. We're going to swap shifts. We get our Frankie A out and start working on this. Don't forget, everybody, it is Sunday. That means Anomalous Phenomenon is on your docket. If you've not done Anomalous Phenomenon yet, then you really, really should. Odo in a bucket looks like a Sotaran from Doctor Who. First of all, Odo is Odo. And don't bring your dirty doctor in here. I actually do like Doctor Who. It actually is pretty good. Hellbot, good to see you. Your Lions took my advice and ignored it completely. Why would you ignore it completely, man? You get Odo in a bucket. Why are people against Odo in a bucket? What is wrong with Odo in a bucket? What the heck is wrong with Odo in a bucket? Are you telling me that if I would have made a survey about Odo in a bucket, it would have been negative? Which, speaking of, by the way, the average grade for officers last month was a C, and that's a little bit, you know, that's lower than I did, but honestly, it's probably right. You know, thinking back, you know, it's probably right. Just FYI. We aren't at Scopely's design. What's wrong with the bucket design? Personally, I love the event design. I said that. I love and it's an April Fool's event, right? Like, it's not meant to be some crazy world-changing event. I liked Stuck in the Middle with Q. I liked it. I like this format. Everybody wins. Literally everybody wins. I don't see the complaints. Encourage you not to play the game? No, it didn't. Activity was up. Activity was definitely up. So, Top Alliance got 14, 10 to 14 within one hostile on my server. That is awesome. That is I love to see that level of like working hard at it, right? Couldn't grind without losing. Yeah, you could go PvP and it offsets. Go PvP and it offsets. And now that you have freebooters, most people aren't doing the level of grind they were anyway. And yeah, Omar, I saw the April roadmap update. Well, you know, it was a good, I think it was a good April Fool's moment. I think it was a good April Fool's moment. We were small alliance, did nothing different and made 22 just out of top prize. Nice, Debbie. Well, hey, then it ends up being, you know, the average Joe gets a little bit of extra in there. Yay, Armada Tactical Cores. Woo. Was PvPs for Barum? I guess it depends on your server. Every server that I went and looked at, it was working. So, but there's different experiences across the game, and that's one of the good things, and I guess technically a bad thing about Star Trek Fleet Command is the experiences vary all over the place. No idea what you're talking about, Master Skill, but good to see you, bud. My alliance would have needed 3,000 PvP kills or more to offset and get into that bracket. Definitely an ignore event. Man, that sounds like some easy PvP, man. Rookie numbers, get them up. Get those numbers up. There weren't enough alliances on my server, so the only ones that got the best rewards had members in single digits. Well, again, different experiences across different servers. You know, it's and it's good to get those experiences. Server was empty for PvP. We had tons of it. I like it, man. I'm getting back into PvP more and more here in the past few weeks. So, but I like the style of it. I like having the rewards in the middle. I like changing it up a little bit. I think it's good to change things up. Problem is you had to PvP in a specific system when no one was going. Yeah, you go there. You make people go there. I mean, I'm in the #1 alliance and people hunt us. You just come hit somebody that you can actually beat. His problem was individuals couldn't go into negative numbers to help the alliance. So you can, Harrison? Like I was in negative. Like if you actually go and look at my event, it says I actually didn't score. It says I didn't score, but I did score. The problem is leaderboards can't, well, I'm at 63, so I guess I ended up grinding afterwards. But it's two ways. If you had already scored a positive point, it wouldn't reset under negative, but leaderboards can't read negatives. So like if you had gotten 1,000 PvP kills and had negative 5,000, it can't read that. The leaderboards just don't have the ability to read a negative like that. So they were helping your alliance, but that goes back to leaderboards. And I don't know if I would count that as the leaderboard being borked, because normally leaderboards wouldn't record negatives anyway. You wouldn't want it to, but there you go. Hank, how you doing, man? Welcome in, everybody. Sunday and we got Hank here. Shout out to Hank. Not Hank Williams, because I've never met him, but this Hank. Keyboards can't do negatives. Once you hit 0, your kills were useless. Was bad mechanics. Well, that's the thing, Lost. They weren't useless because it was still counting either way. It's just how it displayed for members. You scored over 500 points. Nice, Hellbot. That's a lot of grinding. You know, by now you can't make people do anything they don't want to. Then they don't do it, but then they don't get rewards. So, and they don't get rewards. It's not reducing our overall score once they hit 0. It was for me, but we can always go back and try and check it, Lost. No Twitch today? David, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. Sunday we stream on YouTube. Sundays we stream on YouTube. Yo, Hank, thank you for gifting a membership to the channel. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's very kind of you. You always come through and just do something nice every time. Shout out to Falcon Paw. Yeah, David, Sundays and Wednesdays, we stream on YouTube. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, we stream on Twitch. And then the only day I don't stream on here is Tuesdays and Thursdays, but that's because I'm streaming on my football channel. So 7 days a week I'm working. Rev does not take days off. Days off are for people with good mental health. Ha, suck it. Yeah. Afternoon, Pokey. How you doing? How you doing, Pokey? So after this, I've got to cook for the kids. I've also got to make a football video and then prepare for tomorrow because we've got brand new arc drop. Well, part 2 anyway. Part 2. I'm all right on him. I'm just working. Finally made Syndicate 20. Congrats, Hank. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome, Hank. Congratulations. That is an achievement you should be proud of. That is an achievement you should be proud of. So, I am not quite there. I need to do more Mantis. I've been slacking on Mantis. I'll admit, I've been slacking on Mantis. My command center is not 25. My command center is 23. My command center is 23. You trying to say we got faith of the heart? Maybe. Man, it's too much work. I wouldn't say Mantis is too much work. It's just I prioritize things. I'm at a stage, and I have been for about a year, where I don't let the game tell me what I'm going to do every day. I do what I want to do every day. And lately, Mantis is super valuable, but I feel no need to rush up in levels or anything. So what I plan on doing, though, if my stream is fuzzy, then you need to reload, Fabio, because it ain't on my end. Or I'm sorry, Steven, it ain't on my end. What I plan on doing, though, once I get my Borg research kind of fleshed out, I'm going to start using my Borg refinery. At least that's what I think I'm going to do. To go after the Actian efficiency and do that. It's only 400 a day. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. And that'll just kind of take that grind away. So. Is something to cash out? Thank you for your dude. Charles, yeah, let me check it. Thank you so much. I'll add it to the bar up here at the top. Well, thank you. Here, let me pull it up so I can know how much it is. Charles, thank you. That's very kind of you. Content creators like myself, well, we rely on people like you. So this is very, very much appreciated. Here, let me put it up on the board just so everybody else can see it updated as we're trying to fix the house. Yay, being a homeowner. Yay, being a homeowner. Woohoo. Being a homeowner is less enjoyable than playing Star Trek Fleet Command. Let me go ahead and tell you that one. But I appreciate you, Charles. Thank you so much. I set your resolution, make yours clear. Well, we're streaming no drop frames or anything, so unless YouTube's having problems. Mantis grinding off the bat was so awful that I just permanently dislike it. I don't touch it other than stinging Alliance members. Well, if somebody has Tau, then they don't care about Mantis grinding at all. It's super easy if you have Tau. I wish I had Tau, but I don't. If I had Tau, I'd be done with it in 3 hits with a bigger cargo bay than I can do with the Mantis anyway, but I don't have Tau. I'll just have to wait on that one. Who really mines mycelium? I can't believe there's somebody mining spores right now. Absolutely silly. Mining spores. They should be just so silly. Houses should come with cleaning fairies and fixing fairies. They should. They should. Houses should definitely. So last month, let's go over some quick of these grades here while I'm grinding on Anom Phenom and not forgetting about it. So here's what players said about the officers. 51.7% of players who took part in our server-wide or player-led community survey based on last month, 51.7% gave the officers a C, with 22% given a B. Only 4% gave last month's officers an A. So obviously that's when we go talk to game design, we're going to use these type of numbers and say, look, when you design these type of things, you're not getting the level of enjoyment. And from their perspective, why does it matter? Well, if you have people giving it a C grade, it's very unlikely somebody is spending money on a C grade. Well, every game that comes out that's an MMO and is constantly trying to make money, well, then they want things to be good because good things sell. Well, going by this, not many people were super excited about it, so that's kind of feedback to give. In fact, the first 3 comments I actually have are meh, meh, and blah. And then another one says rather pointless. So not a lot of excitement around the officers. Let's move on to the features, which was a little bit more endearing. 24% of y'all, basically 25, said that this was an A+ month when it came to feature. Obviously, that is going to be mostly related to players who were level 38 plus. But then you also had another 20% that were an A grade. So combine those, 45% of players gave last month an A or an A+ when it came to features, and then another 30% was a B. So overall, basically everybody in the game, going by the numbers that we have, greatly enjoyed last month as a whole when it came to features, which I think is good, right? That's what you're shooting for. In terms of an F grade, there were a total of 2% of people who gave the feature an F, which that's a very low number. Very low number. Now, specific things that people like, Mess Hall ended up getting a 36.6 A and a 44% B, and then 16% C. Basically, nobody had really anything negative to say about it. Borg Research got 55% A, 25% B. Now, the Borg faction store did not score successfully, but I do personally believe that many people are going to flip on that in the future for a couple of reasons. One, when they expand on it, I think people will like more options in it. And then beyond that, I think once you get past a lot of the research and you're no longer dumping everything in all your research, then you'll see value in some of the ability to lose some of the dailies every day in the Borg faction. But just to give you the numbers, 10% gave it an A, 24% gave it a B, and then 36% gave it a C, 17% gave it an F. But I'm curious to see if that F grade from players stays the same moving forward. And it is going to be a while before players start messing with that Borg store. And I'm not taking away from that, but I do think that it will have value eventually. Now, the calendar ended up having only 12% A, but a 48% B. People basically said that the calendar last month was solid. It was good, wasn't amazing. 30% gave it a C, but only 2.3% gave it an F. So overall, y'all were happy with the calendar. And then last but not least, an area that I was probably most critical with them on, grading communication and grading stability. Y'all gave it 6.7% A, 35% B, 40.7% C, and then 4.4% F, which is a little bit, I guess, more generous than I thought, because I thought they did worse than that, but I voted that they did worse than that, and y'all did not. So generally speaking, what we ended up having last month was about a B month. My biggest complaint, I guess, is that I believe last month should have been an A+ month. Like, I really do believe that last month in Star Trek Fleet Command could have been an A+ slam dunk. I really do. And they just missed it. But I'm Ops 32, so there's 2 faction stores that I can't even get into. Well, yeah, Malachi, but I mean, that's the thing is, I agree with that strategy. I really do, because there's already so much to do between levels 1 through 34. I mean, there is a lot in this game. So I actually understand them scaling it up. I really do. So it makes sense. Either that, or you would just have to start skipping entire sections of content from earlier. So it's tricky. When they're going to create scalable content, probably never, because it's almost impossible to create something that scales between 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, and eventually 6-star. So honest answer, probably not going to have that level of scale. You have 3-star to 4-star scaling, and they're trying to do 3, 4, 5 scaling with like the Talios and the Defiant. But what everybody finds out is that the Talios and Defiant do not scale well at all in 5-star. They're pretty junk up there. So there's such a strong gap between the different tiers and level ranges. Just completely big old gap, sadly. Rogue Store is completely inaccessible for Ops 26 and under, but nobody is up in arms about that. The reason people are upset, meme, is because it's new content and people want to participate in new. And I get that, but you are right. Like, if you are a level 18 player, level 22 player, well, you're missing out on the Stella research and stuff. You can't even touch it, right? If you're level 16, you can't touch the galaxy research. If you're below level 30, you can't do territory. And there's just a scaling set that you have to progress through and unlock more and more things. And wow, what a terrible Cerritos pull that is. What an absolutely terrible Cerritos pull that was. Yeah, I agree, KBA, that the Mantis missing is a big deal. And I keep fussing at them about that. But at the end of the day, content creators only have so much power. We can continue to twist their arm and yank on them and tell them, hey, you've got to make this better. But they've got to make the decision to actually do that. And right now, sadly, that's not happening. So I gave a low grade on the research just because the time limits on the research being a bit high and burning through lat and speed ups to complete them. Just a little lower would have been nice. Well, remember, OG, that it's all basically meant to be 4-star stuff. So research times are actually pretty normal for what we normally live with as 4-star research. So that's kind of what they scaled it around. And I'm not telling you that you have to agree with it or anything. I'm just giving you an information of how it works. Most level 20 and below probably don't even realize what they're missing out on. It's kind of hard to compare 26 and below. It might be hard, random, but at the same time, you can't have everything in the game accessible at all times by how much is in this game. You would just, especially for new players, it'd be so overwhelming. You know, and if you're in the 20s now, there's way too much for you to do. If you're in even the low 30s, Amalgam, Mantis, which you can't even access, but the Amalgam, your faction miners, your faction ships. I mean, there's a lot. Hey, welcome in, Ian. Completely disagree with your assessment of scalable and completely disagree with the false narrative that there's too much to do for 2534. Too many time walls. Well, you can disagree with my assessment of scalable, but I'm coming at you from knowing how it is on the GD side. So not really doable the way you want it to be doable. And there's definitely too much to do 25. There's a lot to do 2534. There's what's between 25. I guess I can't count. I won't count the ones before that, but 25 to 34 is what? 4 specialty ships and then 3 sets of faction ships that everybody will get. That's a lot. That's a lot. They got a pack to deal with some of what's missing. Yeah, Chris, I chewed them out on that. Not that they cared to listen. They were very adamant. Well, people have been asking for it. And yeah, people have been asking for that pack, but people have asked, you know, but at the same time, even if people ask for the pack, cool, release the pack, but also do something to acknowledge that there's no incursions. So there's no sourcing for strike team officers. There's no sourcing for Mantis. There's no sourcing for subspace relay. And I keep on bringing it up in all of our meetings. Talking Mantis, does Lucky Hammer actually exist? Yeah. Debbie, there's several people who have shared Lucky Hammer pulls in my Discord. Several people have shared it in my Discord. Not sure if you frequent that, but it exists. Now, I'm not saying it's common, and I sure as heck don't seem to get that type of RNG, but it does happen. Is that because the relay building is good for base defense? Yeah, well, regardless of what something's good for, people want access to it, and I get it, and they deserve to have access to it. The Mantis is great for the officer sourcing, and as we're seeing more and more, the officer meta, there we go. As we're seeing more and more, all these new hostiles coming out, you really need strange new worlds. Well, now you need the Mantis to kind of make that happen. So we need them to get off their butts and fix it. What daily grinds are present at 2534 but not at 35 plus? It's the reverse, in fact. There are too many ships to get crappy sourcing with the parts. So what is their 25? Well, I mean, I guess if you want to limit it to 35, sure. But if you go up to 38, well, I've got, what, 4 less grinds than you do. 4 less grinds thanks to freebooters. So I was shoved to 35 that I could get the Cerritos last week. Turns out it can't till 36. Yeah, the Cerritos is a level 36 ship. The 35 specialties are the Fisha and the Franklin A. Featuring the Franklin A. Hey, you're OPC. It's barely, but it counts. Got a Hammer Lucky Pull in the first Manus box. No luck since. I've gotten a bunch of the rares Lucky Pull. And before this new mechanic with the freebooters. I mean, so Sean, the argument has been that there's been too much to do, especially as you level up with new content releasing. So they fixed that. And I'll be honest, y'all. A lot of y'all who are here, I recognize y'all as regulars. Y'all should be 38 plus already anyway. Keep in mind that in the game's economy right now, a brand new player goes from 1 to 34 in 6 months. So I talked to players who've been here 3 years who are still like level 34. You got to level up. Like, what are you doing that slows your progress down? What are you doing that's slowing your progress down so much? 4 months, about to go 26. And boss, that's fine if you slow roll. I'm just saying that that's what people are doing. That doesn't mean you have to do it, but I'm saying that the game is set up in a way that now you can progress very quickly. You get to choose what you're going through. And a lot of the people that I see complaining are people that I know have been here for a long time. You know, the game is set up to have ranges for different objectives. I don't think that's a bad thing. About slowing down to complete your research? Yeah, look, you got to make choice, y'all. You know, the game is about choice. You cannot have everything. It's the same thing with whales. Whales can't have, people will gripe at the whales like, oh, well, they just pay for everything. Whales also grind their A's off because there's nothing in this game that you can't just have everything. It's a butt ton of work. Whether you spend 200 grand or nothing, you're going to be doing a butt ton of work. And that's the game, right? And that's everybody. These are MMOs. MMOs, especially 4Xs, are notoriously grindy. Let's see, go over here. I don't disagree with ranges, but now it's just sub 35 and 35 plus. Well, then it's not, though, because the 35s don't have all the benefits 38s do. And solo armadas are not even really designed for 35. Like, they made solo armadas start at 35, but anybody here that's 35 plus running solos can tell you that there's almost nothing to really do with them, right? So you've got like this 35 through 38, which is kind of bridging you for 40 plus. All depends on your server. On my server, if you're 36 or over, it's almost guaranteed you're not going to get the offs. It's free to play. Staying at a lower level is better to win SLBs. Yeah, Nick, there are various strategies you can, take advantage of. And there's definitely something to be said for dominating those strategies. But at the same time, every move has a tactical risk. So, talking about the milestone approach, pick a ship level, ops level, whatever, and work towards that goal. That's what I do, Mark. That's the whole point of my camping series. That's why I'm not 50 plus right now. Because DJ went 50 plus and went, oh crap, I can't get ship parts. And I'm over here like, welcome to one of the reasons I'm not going anywhere. You've got to go through the planning, and that's how you become the better player at your area. I've collected some of the Mantis blueprint shards work, and I find more. Mark, sadly, there is no way to do it right now. We will continue to bug the hell out of them, but there is no way to do it. Is it worth going for the 1 bill lock with ROMs before bringing Fed and Klingon up to 10 million? Jonathan, I wouldn't. I'd get all of them to 10 million first. When's the next day of the game? I don't know, Luke. They keep on postponing it. It's been really frustrating for me and DJ. They keep on postponing it on us. So I don't know when the next one is. We keep trying, but every time there's a reason, well, we can't do it. And they don't even tell us why. They're just like, well, we're going to push it back. So went to 48 for the extra dry dock and camping there. Yeah, smart. That makes sense. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That extra dock is huge. I actually wish I had the extra dock right now, but I don't really have the resources to push up to 48, and I would like my island be tier 7 before I do that. Guess I'm missing the graded portion. Just got back and had a porch fire. Well, that sucks. Who set fire to your porch? Meridian comp chest? What Meridian comp chest are you talking about? Do you mean the Mantis comp chest? That's just not happening. It's just not happening. Star Trek shouldn't be grindy. If a combat action involves decisions each round, you keep a player engaged longer per combat and have less combats. Well, Nunya, that's not how this game is designed. And I promise I'm not saying this in a rude way. They are not redesigning the entire game. That's just not going to happen. So. Should I still wait for the jelly to go to 40? I would, DJ. I would. I definitely would. Jelly is extremely important. It's been like 8 months at 49. Got Corey and Palm to tier 8, then pushed to 53. Was happy I finished my rares before going up. I would be too, Chad. And one, congratulations. Have you picked up your 53 yet? Have you picked up your 53 yet? Let's see, over here. Game design is fine. People just like to complain. I won't say that either. I mean, yes, people like to complain, but you know, sometimes complaints are very relevant. Like they matter. They're there for a reason. So there are a lot of good reasons to complain in this game. I mean, like incursions being broken and nobody having access to the building and the mantis and the officers. Yeah, that's definitely worth complaining about for sure. We could argue that Scopely created the need for freebooters because they created multiple loops. Yeah, they definitely created the need for freebooters. Freebooters had to be created because of the amount of grind they had added to the game. No doubt about it. It's part of their response to trying to, you know, ease the game so that you are doing less grind and actually are choosing more fun things to do. That's their hope. That's what they're trying to push towards. And a lot of the conversations I have with game design are centered around that. Doesn't mean they're doing a perfect job of it, but that's what they're going for. So I'll upgrade my defenses for the 44 to 45 upgrade so I can open up the next warp boost range. That +5 does help out. That +5 does help out. Can we expect new grinds with the addition of freebooters to reduce old grinds? Well, I mean, you've already got swarms, factions. We're trying to get hostile harbinger and faction allegiance to count because we do believe they should count. If you're asking if they're going to do like a mining freeboot or anything, not that I'm aware of, doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but not that I'm aware of. Anything can happen, but I don't necessarily know of it happening. So, see, I got a message. We got a love letter for one of these OPC hits. Yep. Happy for freebooters, kill 7 of them and get 10 plus dailies done. Yeah, if you do your freebooters, you've done your dailies. The only drawbacks are it doesn't count for your hostile harbinger, which you need for ship parts. It doesn't count for your faction allegiance daily, which, you know, is for your Rodinium and faction credits once a week. If you have any strategy tips for getting the jelly at 39, it's difficult to know how to approach. 3 primary ways to do it. You got the event, you've got Armadas, in terms of your Armada chest, and then you've got the Alliance turn in through Territory Store. And honestly, it's just a mixture of all 3 in today's world. It took me a year to free-to-play grind the ISS jelly. Now people do it significantly faster using all 3 of the methods. When I did it, I was basically just doing it with the events and then some Armada shards here and there. But I was basically, you know, scoring on the events when I could. It's a little bit easier now, thankfully. What's up, Slugger? How are you, man? You get a feeling that Scopely is releasing new stuff way too fast, that they could run arcs every second month and we still have plenty to do. So they could, Mick. That's not the point. The reason they release stuff every month, and I don't work for them, so I can say it, I don't care. The reason they release stuff every month is because that's how they make money. New content is what drives revenue in this game. New content is what drives revenue. So the reason you have new content every single month is for revenue purposes. That's the exact reason. I'm not saying they don't try to make it fun or anything like that, but it is because they are trying to drive revenue, and that is exactly how they make almost all their money is from new content. Do they make money from other content? They do. But when it comes to generally how Scopely makes their money in Star Trek Fleet Command, is because they release new content every month. You know, if Max Borg research faction attrition will remove all faction losses for hostile or just most. It will not remove all. It will not remove all. They should put freebooter surveys in systems that are OPC on raw mats, and when you take them, counts towards your mining dailies. That's an interesting idea, Charles. I wonder if that could actually work. Interesting. That's actually a really interesting thought. I haven't thought about it. Just don't know. Really, the problem with that would probably be, like, just thinking out loud, what one of the issues with that would be is separating, pulling OPC from any of the mining dailies, which honestly, I think that the mining dailies, if you hit some, like I've hit OPC now, I think that this should have counted for my mining daily personally. But if you did it for one hostile, you'd probably automatically be doing it for all of them. And I don't know if that's something that they want to do. How difficult would it be for them to do it to just one? And I don't know the answer to that. I'm just talking out loud of what the probably immediate question becomes when trying to make that move. So. How do we get the back fleet commander? Nice. Got my juices ready. Come on, keep in with the questions, y'all. Bring in the comments, bring in the questions. I'm here for all of them. Do any hostiles have rare gas, crystal, ore? No. No, Harrison. Don't forget the thumb. Yeah, likes are helpful. I prefer if they increase the number of broken parts from freebooters, Palladium minor parts in Soul, Ramas, and Chronos. Noted. Noted. Now keep in mind that freebooters are not designed to be a grinding hostile. They're designed to remove grind. If you want to grind for things like ship parts, you're still expected to actually go out and, you know, hit battleships and interceptors and stuff like that to get the parts you need to refine. That's the expectation. Freebooters is meant to just be like, hey, those days where you don't want to run everything all day long, well, you don't have to. Now you can just get your dailies done and be done. Does next month's event store have a jelly in it? That would imply that there's an event store next month, DZ. Do you know there's an event store next month? And they pulled out a bonus fire for 4-star parts. They could. Are they going to? Right now, the answer is no. I'm pushing for it and have been pushing for ship parts to have a refinery for a long time. As of right now, the answer is no. Does a free-to-play Defiant have be ground out 1 shard a day? Yes, it does have to be ground out 1 shard a day, or an event store comes around and you can get a bigger chunk in an event store. You can get some raw mats from PvE chests, but they're very few and far between. Yeah, that drop rate's like less than 1%, so I don't usually count it. They could add a paint shop and a store warehouse on Starbase, so can shard to lower members to help them, which is exactly why they wouldn't do it, GM Master Kill, because again, that would remove revenue. That means that that player would not purchase the enterprise shards they need or something like that. Now, as a player, I love it. I pushed for Marketplace for a long time, but it's clear that they're not going that direction. You could maybe get it for mats that, you know, and I've been pushing for this for mats that don't really have like a big cost, like raw isogen and raw crystal. Maybe those could become an alliance, you know, inventory system, but probably not ships. I'm skipping the G4 Epic Warship. How high should I take the rare? So if you're talking about like the Pylum, tier 7 minimum, tier 9 is a real good sweet spot. And that's probably as high as I would go on the Pylum. I would just like to see the ability to trade ship shards for other ship shards of the same tier. Again, not going to be something they probably do for the same reason I just listed. And I get the logic behind it, but yeah. James Scopely can't let you research an auto daily grind ship limit up to 150 ships or something to help when players need a big grind. Yeah, I mean, I would love that. And that would make it to where there's even less reason for these stupid botters that exist to, you know, run bots and stuff. Thankfully, they do get shut down, not near as quickly as I would like them to do. But they do go after the bots. But it would be nice if we had that, because then you wouldn't even need to worry about bots, right? That's how you eliminate it. Make it to where people can auto grind if they want to. We need a trading system like transporter patterns for ship BPs. So Hellbot, what ships would they put in that store? That would be my question. What ships do they put in that store? Tricky thing with taking a G4 to tier 9 is that tier 7 through tier 9 is about as much uncommon or rare as going to be going to 50 for 2 or 3 mats. Yep. I'm aware. But again, that's just my strat. But you're also going to be using that, you know, tier 7 or tier 9 rare as your primary hostile grinder, basically until you're in the upper 50s. Is there nothing in this system? No OPC at all? Well, poo. I was hoping there'd be some OPC here. And there was nothing. Need a recycling system? Agreed, Elder. And that's actually something, I had a conversation with one of the game design members. This was probably 2 months ago now. We actually talked about that, you know, because one of the issues is all the stuff we have in the game, like all these currencies and stuff, well, they actually help, you know, contribute to lag. And if we can clean up a lot of the unwanted stuff, that could also be part of what helps us clean up the game a little bit and get rid of some of these problems that we have. Create an alliance inventory store that has a monthly subscription like Costco. I'll be honest, I'm not even sure how that would work. Has Scopely any plans to improve our mid-arc events? What do you mean, Pegasus? What do you mean? The between-arc events? Because mid-arc event to me is like the middle of the month. How far could a pylum carry me in the 50s? As far as you honestly want it. The pylum will go very, very far. Which is one of the reasons I'm investing so heavily in mine. Found Blizzard and others put time limits on mail systems, etc. Found that all the stuff stored up hinders the servers a ton. It does. And that's why that they do need to take some time to clean out the inventories, especially of the older players like me. I've got stuff that's been sitting around for ages. For ages. I'm collecting stuff that I'll never need again. Ever. Ever. Let me send this out real quick. Just talking to a janitor, just trying to get a couple of y'all's questions deserve responses. So Apex, Faction Hunt, Crucible of War. Yes, they are. I actually have had a meeting in the past month about working on some of those events. So there are some updates that are probably going to come down the pipe. Can't tell you when. But yes, they are looking at some of those events that have been around for a while and finding ways to improve them and make them more relevant. So yes. Any information, if when, sourced officers from event months that are not Manchester or Georgia chest? Nope. None at all. Probably the next time we have an event store. Probably the next time we have an event store. At least that would be my hope, since there's not a permanent sourcing for them yet. Do you believe there'll be another Borg event during ARCs? Kind of ridiculous with the Talios now. I think when we have 2-week breaks, we'll still see that Borg. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. We'll still see that Borg event. Oh, actually, I do mean to do that because you're OPC. When we have the 2-week breaks, I do expect to still see that, yeah. Why they get rid of Disappearing Act? Don't have that answer off the top of my head. Do you think they'll update the Cerritos Borg event to include higher level Borg hostiles? Honestly, don't know. I'm assuming the answer is yes. I just don't know when. Like I said, I know who's working on. I know the ops guy and stuff that's working on a couple of the issues that we're talking about right now. I don't know where that is in terms of like their order of priority. But like I said, some things are being worked on. Some things are being worked on. Everybody's all grinding these same hostiles. I'm finding it hard to encourage Alliance members to partake in AMS AOB events in between arcs where rewards are lackluster. Well, no matter what, people should do Crucible of War if for no other than one reason, which I think it's already gone, right? Yeah. People should do Crucible of War for Armada directives. if there's no other reason for Crucible of War, everybody should do them for Armada directives. You want free rare directives, right? Everybody needs free directives. Well, do Cal. Doesn't matter if it's amazing. Do Cal. Get free rare Armadas. You know, rare Armadas is still something that I will grind for in this game. I will grind any potential route for rare Armadas. I just will. And that's how I have several thousand. I don't necessarily launch them very often, but I've got a stockpile for when I'm ready. So, how far along are you getting second fleet commander? I'm at like 52 out of 1 on Spock. So not super close. Lover of sci-fi. Is there a reason the bonus refinery was short this time around? It was 2 days, which was pretty normal, right? It was a 2-day refinery. Pretty sure that's normal. Okay. He departed. You got anything? King Eagle. Oh yeah, we're gonna take you out. King Eagle's always messing with me. Bye, King Eagle. Ha ha. Get wrecked, noob. Get wrecked, noob. 3 days is standard? Well, then I guess we'll just have to ask. I have no answer of why. No answer of why. Morning, Icebreaker. How you doing? How you doing? You said 52 for Fleet Commander Spock? I was talking to somebody yesterday in one of the server discords, and I think they were like 60. So if you're between 50 and 60 to the second Fleet Commander, you seem to be on track. Is tier 3 for Chin good enough to continue on to Oz 15? It is, Big Orange. Good job, by the way. That's a really good thing. Good job on that. You're 148, 150 on my other FC, and the fact that I'm so close is making it worse. Well, you're way closer than a lot of us, so count your blessings, my friend. You're way closer than a lot of us. Once you do the Bajoran favors, the bonus finder is not as good as the regular finder anyways. I mean, it's not, Chad, but at the same time, it's more. Like, I still do the bonus refinery because it's more than I had. Right? It's more than I had. So I'm not going to gripe about getting more, even if more is not as... Because it's not less. Like, you're not getting less. You simply have had other things that have improved. By the way, Laromi, thank you for supporting the channel. 35 months, man. You're almost to 1 year. I greatly appreciate people like you who support, because I can't provide the feedback and do the work that I do without people like you. So I appreciate it, Laromi. Good afternoon, yeah. It is, I mean, it could be morning for somebody. If you're on Pacific Standard Time, it's still morning. I'm not sure where you're at, so it could very well be morning for you. I'm also really needing that next Star Trek Picard episode to come out. Oh my gosh. What project am I using? That is... It is... Let's see. I forgot the name of it. I'm using the temporal torpedo. That's the temporal. West Coast, best coast? No, thank you. 35 months is almost 3 years, Dr. Kubi. I do double pulls on both Bajoran map pulls now, so great having those speed ups. I'll take any freebies I can get. It's morning here in California. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's morning somewhere. No matter where you are on Earth, somebody's having a good morning or a bad morning. You never know. Well, Micro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All you need to do is unlock. All you have to do is unlock a one of these thingies. It doesn't matter if it's applied. Once it's unlocked, it's applied to your account. It's basically just a research. So applying it is basically just for cosmetic purposes. Once you've unlocked it, everything you have gets its bonus. You don't actually have to have it applied for it to be giving you your bonus. You know if there will be a Fleet Commander upgrade event during the next arc? We'll just have to wait and see, Dylan. I cannot tell you what events and what features and stuff are coming. I cannot tell you. The Projectiles, what do you think of the Borg Canon? Love it. And I know John was like begging to buy it. I don't know if John actually ended up did get it, but he was basically begging to buy that thing. Here's my Projectiles. I do not have the Borg Canon, but I think it's dope. I would love to have it. And I'd also love to have the Polaron beam, and I'm 5 away from the Cardassian disruptor. So there's several that I'm missing that I would like to have. I'd love to have the Borg Cannon, but I'm not, don't know how that goes. You know how that goes. From what you know about next month, how excited are you? I'm really excited about the event structure. I've gotten to contribute, and I've gotten to do some feedback on some events that we should see this month, so I'm happy about that. The features, honestly, I'm kind of meh on, but I think the month is going to be a good month. I don't think people, as of right now, are going to be like super excited about the features, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to be a bad month either. I think it's going to be a good month. Still not getting results Talos compared to Vidar. What do you get when loading with the Vitalios? I mean, Talios at tier 3 should surpass your Vidar. Maybe even tier 2 unless you have the skin and everything. My Talios is much stronger fighter. I mean, it's got better cargo. I would use my Talios over my Vidar for just about everything. I should have docked it while I was at home. Oh well. Rev's not a crew. Rev's not getting paid to be a crewman, but content creators and moderators do provide feedback on various things, and we try to make things better. So, are you lost to tell how many parts the arc is? I am not. Because if I tell somebody how many parts an arc is, that would technically be giving away if there's an event store or when an event store is. Like y'all know, if there's like a 1 month arc, well, then there's probably not going to be an event store. So I actually am not allowed to tell you how many parts something has, because then that is kind of giving away event stores. And for whatever reason, they don't want people to know. For whatever reason, they don't want people to know. I can't tell you that logic. I can only tell you that rules are rules. What's your opinion of upgrading the Franklin A once you have Swarm Sweep? Honestly, it's not really needed. Is ARC soon? Tuesday. Like right now, there's not a real point to upgrade your Franklin A unless you just really want to. Except for Swarm Sunday stuff. Yeah, I'll take uncommon. Donate 9 million titanium for that? I guess I'll do it. Anything here? No. Cracked a base last night with your Talios? Very nice. Why'd you choose your Talios? Avadar out harvest probes hands down in terms of speed. Mine, well, Chris, I harvest a hell of a lot faster than my Talios. My Talios is now tier 4. My Talios is far superior to my Vidar, and I get higher cargo too. At February, when everyone knew it was just 2-parter and there'd be no event store, seems like the month flopped. But for other reasons, I'm sure. You're still salty over February? Salty? Why salty, though? Why salty? Why salty? I mean, I get it. And what I'm probably planning on doing is I don't want to do this every month. But my thought is, and if you're in chat, let me know if you think this is a good idea. Just type yes or no. What I plan on doing is a quarterly video. So basically I'll wait 4 months and then I will go an entire video going over the grades from the past 4 months, like in detail. Here's what players said. Here's what the numbers were. Here's the actual breakdowns, and then determine if the month is doing better or the quarter is going up or down. I plan on making a video once a quarter, which would only be 4 videos a year. Yes or no on that idea? Yes or no on that idea? But that was one of the plans I had. 3 months. Sorry, 3. Math, hard. 3 months for a quarterly update. How many D3s have I scrapped? I think I've scrapped 7 or 8 of them. All right, so good. Well, that confirms, because tomorrow Tomorrow's video was planned to be that. So good. So what I plan on doing is kind of quarterly updates using the grading rubric that y'all have helped to really push to try and see what direction we're moving in Star Trek Fleet Command. That's good news. And when I tell you that we gotta go into super detail, and shout out to Archduke and everybody who helps with this, we go into super detail with it. You keep skin if you scrap it, correct. If you scrap any ship, you keep whatever skin or cosmetic you had. I don't know why I told you to attack that, but don't attack that. Stop randomly attacking things, Talios. Damn it. So you don't lose weapon skins. You don't lose any of that if you scrap. Any chance of a new dev Q&A? I can try. I can try. Ooh, I'll take it. Thank you. 81 million idiots. What a name. You find the wildest names in this game. You ever scrap a Gladius? I've never scrapped a Gladius, no. I scrap Saladins mostly for parts right now. Like I just scrapped a Saladin and finished the scrapping, what, 2 days ago? For my parts for my Pylum. And if I need to scrap for uncommon, like if I want G4 uncommon, I scrap the... Yay, I scrap the D3. If I need ship parts, I scrap the Saladin. Got your Talios in tier 6 now. It's part of my Borg solo Armadas. Wow. See, I haven't made it up that high yet. You're doing better than Rev. Haven't made it up that high yet. And just out of range. I need to upgrade my warp engine. All right, you come on down here now. Only 81 million. Could have sworn there were more, maybe. Hey, Kenny House Scotland. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Wonder if Scopa would ever do a TOS animated series officers like Mares. I have basically been told that everything that is a series / anything that's in Star Trek canon is eventually going to end up in this game in one way or another. So. Can't tell you when, though. But basically, everything's going to be in this game at some point. That's why I'm really hoping for my movie arc. I want a Wrath of Khan movie arc. I want an Undiscovered Country movie arc. I want that so bad. What other games would you like to see added to the game? What are the officers? That's a long list, Defiant. A long list. We got several TV shows that need to get added. Got several TV shows that need to get added. Need Porthos? Porthos is obviously the most important thing that could be added to the game. Porthos is the most important. Look forward to the cat people from TOS animated. Yeah, that'd be the Cations, but we already have a Cation in the game. Kinda. Where's she at? Where's she at? Doc, where you at, Doc? Did I not unlock her? Oh, man. Did I not unlock her? Or I'm blind. Am I blind or did I not unlock her? Where is she? Oh, Rev. Use your eyeballs. Make them work. No. 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 I don't think I unlocked her, but she's here. She's here somewhere. I'm going to find her now. We'll go line by line until I find her. Tom Paris plate. It'd be cool if they put these, like, you know, in order. Where is the doctor? I feel like such an idiot. There she is. There she is. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm embarrassing myself. There she is. You've already got a Cation in game. There she is right there. Sadly, it looks like I didn't unlock her. Can't wait for the Final Frontier arc. Why? Why? Are you enjoying Picard Season 3? I am more than enjoying Picard Season 3. Picard Season 3, normally I binge watch shows. Like I wait for a season to be done and then I watch it all at once. Picard Season 3 is so good, I can't wait, and I literally need to watch it as soon as the episode comes out. Picard Season 3 is currently going down as top 3 Star Trek seasons of all time. For me, like individual seasons, it's that good right now. I just hope it ends as good as it is being. The storyline is great. The acting's good. The action's great. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. No spoilers, of course, but I am absolutely loving it. Staying up watch at 2 a.m. Yep, I do. I do that. I did not think they could top Strange New Worlds Season 1, but here we are. Look, that actually gives me... Here, let me put it this way. It actually gives me more hope for Strange New Worlds because Strange New Worlds set such a high bar that even if Strange New Worlds is only as good as what it was, it's already going down as one of the best Treks ever. But we thought that that was going to be the best, and then here comes Picard Season 3. They finally got it, right? And it is a great time to be a Star Trek fan. Some of the best Star Trek ever made is happening right now. And I'm here for it, man. Like, I'm so happy that me and my kids get to grow up in an age where there's 5 Star Trek shows going on at any given time. And then I'm loving it. All right, get this one. What do you know about this new Star Trek Fleet Academy series? I'm really surprised that it's not Michelle Yeoh's Section 31, but they had kind of hinted at it in Discovery. So I'm curious to see where it goes. I'm actually looking forward, to be honest with you. Didn't watch Season 1 and 2 and can agree this season rocks. See, I don't think Season 1 and 2 of Picard were amazing, but they were solid. I think they were still solid. But why do I feel like ODB's being... What you got on here, ODB? Yeah, I see you. Yeah, you're not slick. You're not slick. Although with that crew, hell, I might win. Out of curiosity, I'm going to hit him. I'm not going to lose anything. But out of curiosity, I'm going to hit him. I'm not going to lose anything. Yeah, get wrecked, mate. Yeah, get wrecked, mate. Get wrecked, mate. Oh, man. Like, because I expected him to have, like, Battleship Strike Team on, and I was going to run from him. I scanned him, like, oh, all right, then. This is the game you want to play. Wish that Paramount and CBS would ditch the cop shows and move Star Trek to free TV. How many nights of NCIS, FBI stuff do we really need? I can tell you why they don't, Walt, if you really care. I can tell you why they don't. Star Trek's about the only thing profitable on Paramount Plus. There are very few things that are profitable on Paramount Plus, and Star Trek's one of those. So that's why they don't move it off. There you go. So, also, they couldn't do the production values on a network TV budget. Maybe. Yellowstone on Paramount is awesome. Look, I'm not saying that there aren't profitable things on Paramount, but Paramount Plus is struggling, and Star Trek is extremely popular. So, Mark Anthony, Star Trek in general is extremely woke. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but there are very woke themes in Strange New Worlds, in Picard, in The Next Generation, in the original series. Welcome to progressive TV shows. Your sister loves those cop shows. I've never really gotten into NCIS and stuff like that. It's not really for me. But Paramount/CBS can't even get all the episodes of JAG up on the service. Well, I wonder, they might have sold them to somebody. Might have sold them to somebody. You know, somebody has the rights to them. Like Netflix had the rights to Star Trek for a long time. And John's also right that Paramount is targeting me. Paramount is targeting millennials, Gen Z. They're not trying to capture the cable crowd. We don't, like people like my age, we don't have cable. We don't have home phones. We don't do any of that. So they are trying to capitalize on the streaming service craze. Show us your JAG fan fiction. I've never watched JAG. I've never watched JAG. So unable to comply. Apologies. See, how many characters do we do an arc? At least we get 3 at a time. It's a minimum of 2 officers an arc. We've had up to like 7 before, but that's super rare. That's super rare. Might be a bunch of cable actually if it was bundled with their cell service. I've never even seen that as an option. If that's a thing, cool. But I've never even seen that as an option. Now my cell service is bundled with HBO Max. Like I've got AT&T. Because I have AT&T cell service, they give me HBO Max for free. But not like cable with like Comcast or, you know, somebody like, or Spectrum or something like that. Public TV sucks. I only turn on the TV for the weather nowadays. The only thing I would typically watch would probably be sports. That's it. Sports. In terms on regular TV. But even then, I can stream that online. So. We could be stuck in CBS reality TV shows. Maybe. I'm just going to enjoy my Star Trek. I'm going to enjoy my Disney Plus, my Paramount Plus, my Netflix. Because Netflix is like really stepped their anime game up. I watch more anime on Netflix than I do anything else. So, just depends on what you're going for. If it wasn't for sports, I could cancel cable. Well, I don't pay for cable anyway, so. Aside from very few series, Netflix is becoming something I hardly watch anymore. It depends on what you like. I feel like they're catering to, again, a younger crowd. And there's a lot on there for me. Like, I could never cancel Netflix, but not everybody. I bet of the 400 people watching the stream right now, I bet all 4 of y'all aren't super into anime like I am. I'm super into anime. So. How's my boy? Who's my boy? Nomad. Who's my boy? Anyone looking forward to the second season of From? I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. Never even heard of it. Only watch DC series stuff. Finished all those. Watched The Witcher and Cobra Kai. About done. Oh, there's so much more on there, man. I feel like you could enjoy so many things. Just open your mind. Broaden your horizons. Any of the streaming services have Mobile Suit Gundam? Yeah, hey. Netflix does. Netflix has like all the original Gundam movies. It has the original Gundam series, if I remember right. I know it has all the original Gundam movies. And it's got Iron-Blooded Orphans. It did have, it had 2 other series on there as well. So I'm 39, but I don't have the need of ships to get the item. A 40, is there another way to get to 40? What do you mean? I have no idea what you're asking. What do you mean? What? The ships. There's no ship requirement to get to 40. If there's not a... Damn it. I did not mean to do that. YouTube took over the NFL Sunday Ticket from DirecTV. More reason for y'all to watch Rev on YouTube then, I guess. Sign up for YouTube Premium. I guess is what they're selling there. Like, I would never have satellite. I've got really bad experiences with satellite. Sorry for any DirecTV owners out there. What's up, JP? How you doing, bud? All right, let's get to scanning. See if we can find some OPCs in here. Remember the day we did not have that stop warp button? I remember when we didn't have stop warp either. It was terrible. Dark days in Star Trek Fleet Command. Players today don't know how good they have it, that they have a stop warp button. It truly is an amazing feature. You had free DirecTV when you worked for them and you barely watched it? Yeah. I don't mind streaming services because I save money by having streaming services, but versus just paying for cable. I just pay for internet. That's all I do. Eclipse Armadas count for Ascension? Yeah, I mean, are you talking about the Ascension thing? You just need to run any Armada with an Enterprise, D4, Jelly, or Augur. Where a stop warp button? Try to go warp somewhere, and then there's a big red button that says stop. You got like 5 seconds to hit it, or you can hit it anywhere while you're warping. Let's see. Any Epic Armada? Oh, so you're trying to figure out Ascension itself. Gotcha. All right, I don't have the warp range. Let's go ahead and recall. And we lost. Pooh. Guess nobody came to the Armada. Because I came. I brought my stuff. Am I going to relaunch it? Oh, dude, Kelsey didn't jump into the Armada. Do I have enough to turn it on? I don't. You don't have the required ships? Well, honestly, Alan, you shouldn't be going level 40 plus if you don't have any of the epics or an ISS Jelly. In my opinion, you shouldn't be going 40 plus anyway. Hey, Emperor Hot Dog, how are you? How are you? Is there any way to hunt Romulan and faction event without losing ROM credit? Yep. Hunt these Romulans. They do not lose your rep. Hunt these Romulans. They don't lose your rep. This is from the war series that we had, so all the Romulans in this section right here will not cost you rep. And that way you can finish your faction hunt and be good to go. Hey, Earth, how you doing, man? Real quick, shameless plug, and I don't mind. If y'all are interested in trading card games, Rev is creating his own and currently working on making it bigger, better, and badder. I'm going to shoot y'all an invite here in the Discord, or to the Discord. That link is to the trading card game Discord. If you want to help out, if you're interested in the game, you want to play, check it out right there. I'm creating my own trading card game. Already got 2 decks released, working on a 3rd, plus booster packs for the 1st edition. And also, if there's a business out there that maybe wants to partner, there's a comic plan on being released, so we'll be selling some advertising space. But come check it out. Let me know what you think. And we're trying to make it bigger, better, and a lot of fun. I like card games, and it's pretty cool that I'm excited. I'm very proud to have made one. So y'all come check it out and help share it out. It'd be greatly appreciated. Too bad we don't have a fed one like the Klingon ROM systems. I agree, Asp, and it's been brought up. I just have no idea when they're actually going to do it. But it has been brought up, if that means anything to you. So you have the Defiant and the Sarcophagus. So the Sarcophagus is a piece of crap. So don't even count having the SAR. That is a complete waste of your time and money and investment. It is arguably the worst specialty ship in the game. The Defiant's good, but you can only have it at tier 3 at level 39. For your rep grinding and all your other things, definitely recommend getting you a big boy ship. Epic. Get you an Enterprise. Be nice. I'm being honest. Do y'all want a content creator who's nice or a content creator who's honest? Because look at the honest truth. The Sarcophagus is a piece of crap. It is worthless. Sarcophagus is trash. Sarcophagus is boo-boo garbage. No, it's okay, Alan. Like, the game pushes you to get specialty ships. So don't feel bad. Like, I have a Sarcophagus. I'm just telling you that in terms of battle, it's a really bad ship. Like, it's really bad. I have one too. All the specialty ships we end up having. There's nothing wrong with having it. I'm just telling you that it's not a very good ship. So. But we do need to get you an epic ship. And how are you doing on away teams and stuff? Like, where are you at with your faction rep? My worry is if you go up into the 40s and you don't have a lot of the stuff that you're needing, you're not going to be able to complete stuff. You're going to get very frustrated and you're going to think about quitting the game. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to be prepared. So we need to get you some of the other stuff. Any hints for the next content? I dropped a couple of hints on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Twitter. Damn it, on Twitch. Oh my gosh, can I get my stuff together? So, you're Verdard in tier 6. Nice, get it maxed out. We can get you a Talios, and I love the freaking Talios. Love the freaking Talios. Don't sugarcoat it. I really don't like to sugarcoat things, but I also don't want to be rude because I care about everybody that's here. Everybody that is here, I really care about their gameplay. I want them to be having fun. I want to help them, but there are just some things in this game that are pretty damn worthless, and that's an example of something that's pretty damn worthless. All right, Cath, I don't use. Mud. There we go. Do I actually have a cybernetic and engineer? Yeah, it'd be Rutherford, but I don't have him traded up. And the help button. Struggling to trade XP. Those away team missions drop too slow. I agree with you. But just make sure you do yours every day and keep pushing. You go into 40 plus video might need updating with the new content. It does. It does. You are correct. I'm working on building a Bortus. Got 6 days. Nice, Malachi. I still have my old Bortus laying around. This is the Katinga, which is the Bortus's like really big brother. But here's my Bortus. Still got her. 3.4 million power. She's a sexy one. But this is her bigger, sexier sister, brother, whatever. The Katinga. You should be both nice and honest. That's what I try to be, Steven. I try. Shame you can't retire officers so you have them, but they don't appear in the long list. Yeah, like archiving them or something. Seems like that'd be a great way to clean up some of our designs. Will you scrap the Bortus? I'm sure at some point, probably. I don't wanna, but I mean, yeah, at some point, probably. I probably should honestly scrap it now. It's just, it has so many memories. But you are right. I don't have a Sally scrap anytime soon. So let's see what we got that's scrappable. We got our Centurion. We got our Bortus. I would not scrap my Cavort. Let's Just have so many memories with these ships. I have so many memories. Yeah. It's tough, man. It really is tough. I got so many memories with these boats. The thing is, though, I can always build more. I'm not hurting on ship. I mean, I can always go get another Bortus. So, and I've already scrapped like 3 Saladins. Did we win? We won. Yay, I'm glad we're winning now. Oh, Chelsea brought their Corvus. No wonder. That helps. There's a pylon. Nice. How many times do we have to scrap the Stella? I mean, how many times to scrap a max Stella to get the to finish out the tree? You need to scrap a Stella. Was it 19 times max, and that will completely do the tree? It gives me the warp range I need to do a little bit deeper. What I'm actually going to do is go do our... We don't need to do freebooters, actually, because I got to go grind Federation. Where do you get Sally BP's Fed Store? Only Linda Fed Store and Away Team Store. Fed Store and Away Team Store. All right, I need to steal something from you, buddy. I need these two. All right, group. I want both of them. Where are they at? Where's the Borg? Borg. There's Hugh. And then I got slightly weaker, which is fine. And that'll be all right. Wait, we win another one? Where are we going? Where do we launch another one? Just wondering if there was another way to do that event. I keep grinding Fed then. Yeah, we just need to get you all set up, bud. Ooh, yay. Yes, please. Thank you. Also, send you big, sexy, beautiful thing. Warp 200. How about I come all the way out here? 16 minutes. Man. Oh, well. We'll do it anyway. We'll do it anyway. Drop more blueprints for the Augur. Congrats. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Congratulations, man. I'm assuming it's your first epic or what? Is this your first one? Excited for you, Tim. Noticed a couple days ago that they changed one of the fleet commander Kirk's ability for level 40. 4 is a flat warp range bonus. Now it's percentage based. Haven't even paid attention to that, actually. I'll have to go look. I have to go take a look. All right, let's see what we got going on. You end up getting all 3 epics from epic drops. Do you build all 3? X-ray, as of now, I don't really see a point in the D4 because of the Defiant and the Talios. But that's just me. I'm not sure if everybody else feels the same way in chat. Nomad, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. If y'all do want to donate to the channel, here are the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App links. Everything is appreciated. And for those that missed it, last night we were actually playing Civilization 6 on stream. Not sure if we have any Civ fans here. And we will also be playing on, we'll be playing Diablo 4. My first time ever playing a legitimate Diablo game when it launches in June. And that'll be on the Twitch channel as well. So if y'all haven't already, go check out that Twitch channel. Go give it a checky out. Go give it a look. Civ 5 is better than Civ 6. I personally prefer Civ 6, but I think it's just more of what am I playing lately. If there's a recency bias that kicks in. So, what ship should be my first to start grinding out? Jean-Paul, I would recommend the Valdor, just like I went, but that's my own personal recommendation. I'll say the Valdor. You played the original Civ back in 92. Well, if y'all think there's enough, y'all ping me in Discord. We can make a Civilization room in my Discord. And hey, maybe we can play together, but there's also a Diablo game. There's also a Diablo channel already. There's an Escape from Tarkov channel. There's a Pokemon channel. But anyway, if y'all think that we need it, and maybe we'll play D4 together, and maybe we'll play, you know, Civ together, all that, well, y'all come join. Come join the Discord. Because I like hanging out with y'all. Y'all are cool. So Company of Heroes 3. I mean, I'm still playing Company of Heroes 3. I just haven't been streaming it. It's tough to stream everything, man. I run out of time. You just started playing Diablo Immortals. I did play it, but since it's mobile, I feel like I haven't really experienced the real experience, if that makes sense. So you sold your PC a few years back, thinking of getting a basic gaming laptop because you need to play Diablo 4. Or there you go. There you go. There you go. Well, y'all, I'm going to wrap up today. We're at an hour and a half. I'm going to go cook for the kids. They want burgers. So let me go do that. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I got to go make some content as well for tomorrow. Live long and prosper. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. Catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all so much. Hit that like button on the way out. Y'all are amazing.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.